Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Pisces June 2023 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, clairvoyant, and I've done a number of one-on-one clairvoyant readings for Pisceans over the course of the last month from different parts of the world, and if you might be interested, have a look at the information that's in the description below. Now, I've also done a lot of healings as well. Healings are different. Readings I charge for, healings are free. The information's in the description box below. But depending on where you live when you see this, laws may say that I have to tell you, when I talk about healing, that you must also go and seek licensed medical attention, which obviously makes sense anyway, don't you think? Now, let us see what is involved for you this month. Now, fortunately, I have a play date on after I tape this reading this afternoon for lunch. I have a play date lunch or play up date with a lovely lady, and so I intend to sit by the waterfront and have exquisite food, lots of champagne and wine while I enjoy the scenery, as it were, and we shall see. So I'm looking forward to that, but not as much as I'm looking forward to doing your reading now. Now, as the subscribers know, and I'd love to see the subscribers. Honestly, I love doing your readings for you each month. Truly, I do. And you know, it's you know that we don't have any video advertisements breaking their way into this content, and so you get to enjoy the experience without commercial interruption by video ads. But now, let's take 5 cards, because 5, we don't just do like a couple of seconds on each card, we deal with them in some depth, because they're very talkative, are they not? When we do our readings, you and I. So let's see what there is in store for you, shall we? Let's see. Let's take the 5 cards now. 8 of discs. The Chariot. 6 of swords. What else might there be here? 1 of swords. Well, let's see what else there could be, shall we? Let's dig in here somewhere. What might this be? There is the sun. Here comes the sun. Well, why don't you pop down here? We'll have a good close look at the paintings on these cards together while I do the reading for you. Let's look first at the Chariot, shall we? And see what's going on here. Very interesting art. Now, what's happening in this painting? Well, here a chariot is drawn by a horse. Now, it looks like there's 3 horses, but that's really a tangible one. They could almost be multiple universes in the quantum many worlds theory, I suppose, but I won't go into that, obviously. Now, this can be seen as harnessing your power and energy in the body. Now, the chariot is like a magic vehicle in which the woman is riding through the heavens in tune with her destiny. We'll use this as a reminder that although the tasks that you could be involved in from time to time might seem very ordinary, it could also just be part of your greater unfoldment. Now, there's a great degree of Cancer around this particular energy here, which was one of your sister water signs. But this represents for you this time victory through willpower and self-mastery. Now, this celestial chariot moves into your life, moves into your life quickly and then rests to help you organize and assimilate everything that's taken place. The chariot itself symbolizes action, change, victory, success, moving in or out of a situation, maybe traveling, refocusing new perspectives and thoughts. And while this transformation is happening, the future ahead may be unknown, and familiar skills you once relied on are now outgrown and maybe not useful on your new course. But don't worry, because this is a turning point in your life when things are turning out for the better. Now, change is coming in some respect, and it can make you feel restless or uncertain, maybe fearful even. Nobody likes change, pushing you off center and struggling with the courage to go forward. But this symbolizes this energy, you, as the cosmic warrior who has traveled through many experiences, haven't you, and learned if you have the will and determination to dig deep, you will find the well of inner strength to overcome any of the blocks that hold you back. Now, I notice here that the number 7 is the card number that's there. Well, 7 is the number of mastery, victory, and initiation. 7 is the number of the seeker and transformation. Now, there is some change coming about, but it's good. In any event, change helps you grow, evolve, and transform on many levels. It brings opportunity, new life, new reality, new views and perspectives that stretch and deepen your human nature. Change is, in a sense, magical. It opens doors and creates opportunities. How you drive your chariot is a reflection of how you handle life and its oppositions. Now, the chariot is full of movement and opportunities for success for you now. It also gives you rest, though, so you're able to listen to your intuition, to your inner voice. And she brings you the willpower and the intuition to ride the rocky course of life into victory. Now, when this energy turns up, as it has done now, you'll find that you are confident, energetic, strong, focused, and mature. And you'll be able to accomplish anything that you are pursuing. Now, if you're experiencing conflict, she brings you the courage and drive to overcome any challenge. See your life through the soul of this charioteer. You will discover how to control and use your intuition and personal power, directing its creative force into success and victory. You, remember, are always the driver of your destiny. Now, underneath it is another fantastic energy, represented by this card of the Sun. Let's have a look at it, shall we, and see what is going on in it. What is going on in it? Well, there are 2 people, you see them here, honoring the sun element, personified here as the sun goddess. Now, there is a sun at the top of her head, coming through her crown chakra, as you can see there, and a sun, this thing here, in her solar plexus. That's that power center. It's just next to your stomach, I think. And that enables you to power around in life. And when your solar plexus is really open and the energy is flowing, it's not hard to get things done. In fact, with this energy here, if miracles aren't occurring in your life, then something definitely is wrong. Now, I can't help but notice that the number of the sun here is 19. Well, that is the number of success, attainment, happiness, harmony, fire energy, healing, and wisdom. This sun energy symbolizes knowledge filled with light, love, and wisdom, and it integrates the opposite poles of light and dark, balancing and blending the conscious and your subconscious. Look, you know the Chinese symbol of this experience is that yin-yang thing, the feminine and masculine enemies, the symbol of inner peace that your soul seeks. Well, this balance that's being brought by the sun brings peace, and the restlessness and questioning stops. As your soul begins to shine outwardly, inherent joy, that's divine in a child in a way, well, that thing that's within you, it connects with the light of God, bringing you fulfillment and happiness. The sun also is going to liberate any blocked energy that is locked up inside of you. This experience is transformative and healing. And there is no fear, because you have faith in yourself. Faith can transform your inner world. I think what's also going on here is it's possible that this sun could bring enlightenment, which is an experience, not an idea. Enlightenment will shine through a person's eyes and being. Enlightened eyes experience the world as spiritual and eternal, rather than the drudgery of day-to-day experiences and life's endless chores. Now, the challenges of the sun, though, here, saying to you, have faith, trust, and know yourself above all else, and then get into the minds of others. But by listening to your divine inner child, you will thrive. Now, I get the feeling that you've come out of something of a trying time in life. Well, this is bringing success. And this is married perfectly with the Chariot. There's a turning point here, you see. Speaking of married, I get the imagery here of proposals and marriage, of people living in with each other and establishing very close bonds with each other as well, incidentally. But this sun brings you success, happiness, and joy, and your heart is going to open up with trust, faith, and hope. You are healed, energized, alive with creative ideas and goals that you want to share with others. The sun shines with the energy of your twin flame, I think. There is a twin flame for you. You realize that your life force can always be regenerated by the light of the Creator. Let the sun shine in. Let your light shine out, and feel the unity with all, and let your inner child play and dance with the unlimited opportunities that this world has to offer you. Well, let's have a look at the other side of that horizontal line that's there and see what there is, and it is the one of swords, which would be the ace, of course. Point of origination. I wish people wouldn't put titles on cards. Point of origination, because I kind of expect people like me to make something of the title, which is very difficult to do, and often I don't do it at all. But I do here see there's a person of indeterminate gender playing a flute, and sound waves come out of the flute, don't they? Now, just as sound organizes patterns manifested in the physical plane, so do your thoughts. And just as sound spirals out from the point of emanation, your thoughts spiral out from the source point. Now, these bones in the background here, I guess that's all point of origination, near enough to. These bones that are in the foreground here, these white bones here, they represent what has passed away. And if you look inside here, you see these dark figures sitting around a fire. That's a group of people, I think, sitting in a meeting or a council, and they are just receiving new ideas that just come blowing in on the wind, and they're working out how to make use of them. Now, it seems to me that, obviously this is related to you, but I also think that Aquarius and Capricorn could be important to you at this time. Now, this, well, I'll call it the ace, brings a mental stimulation and an expansion of your imagination. It's old, prehistoric energy. This is what it is. It's the prehistoric energy of air, awakening, inspired thought, and activating the word of the divine. Now, this is saying here that your brain is going to be enlivened with, or come up with, abstract concepts and inspirations. Interesting. That might be directed, I think, to tangible things that people haven't seen as yet. Yeah. Certainly there's a degree of advancement here for you. I think this is blessing you with great imagination and creative and inventive inspiration, which bring those eureka moments where you have a breakthrough with things. Now, the key to this energy is using mental focus, clarity, and direction to achieve your goal. The gift of this energy is the inspiration it's bringing to your mind. I think this brings forth the birth of potentials here. It could also be the birth of a child or a pregnancy is what I'm getting. It certainly does represent new ideas, perspectives, or even you exploring new subjects, I think. And if you are feeling stuck in doubt or blocked with a problematic situation, this is cutting through that. It gives you great clarity, and it also cuts through any mental fears that you have or that chatter that goes on in your head, and you'll have purpose and clarity and be able to sort out and bring to a good end, a resolution, conflicting matters. This does also bring success and victory through all of life's challenges, and that's going to expand your wisdom, isn't it? I think that this is saying to you, look, now is the time to seize the day, take action, and create new purpose in your life and align with true destiny. But sometimes there is a strength in doing nothing at all. Now, when I say there is a strength in doing nothing at all, I don't mean do nothing. Sometimes it's about perseverance and just allow things to unfold in their natural way. This is the 8 of discs. And if we have a look at this painting here, what we see is a vision of, what is this thing? What animal would that be? Is that it's not a reindeer, an elk, I suppose, that appears. It's a spiritual elk. It's a vision of an elk that appears to a woman who is walking alone. Now the woman appears to be tired, and the elk brings her a teaching about skilled perseverance. Now the elk is not a particularly fast animal, is it? It has had to learn how to outdistance predators through pacing itself and by endurance. And the woman I see here is wearing a shawl, which I assume she has woven herself. Well, this tells you that she already knows something about perseverance. Weaving, like most crafts, which I am hopeless at, craft. Well, I know that craft requires both skill and perseverance. Now, the astrology of this card is that of the Sun in Virgo, and that's a tremendously good thing, because what happens here is that the Sun comes in and energizes the fertile Virgo earth. And what you have is the ability for things to grow, for them to move forward. It seems to me that you are learning to follow, in a sense, your soul purpose. Look, the key to this energy is about finding your life's work, understanding how your creations are small threads interwoven into the universal tapestry or the universal shawl. The gift of this energy is just true gratification in the self. That is you being happy with yourself and with your creations. Now you will, at this time, I think, have diligence, focus, discipline, commitment, and you'll be working from a place of imagination. Yeah. The 8 here also symbolizes Mercury for me, and Mercury is, and I say it's the Sun in Virgo, Mercury, of course, is the ruler of Virgo and is exalted in Virgo. Now, Mercury is about a number of things. You'll be highly intelligent, but you'll be very good at communicating things, very good speaking and writing. And what I do say, though, is, I mean, when I said before that there is a strength in doing nothing at all, what I mean by that is, looking at the astrology here, the Sun in Virgo, imagine planting a seed and watering it. And then you sit back and then you watch the crop or the thing grow. So there's not much for you to do. There is actually the strength in you not doing anything and just letting nature or events take their course. Now, this is an experience of patience, maybe sometimes attending to details, which is a real Virgo attribute here, and certainly honoring your creative purpose. I think that you realize that every project contains potential for spiritual growth and recognizing what is truthful to the progress of your heart's path. Now, you have learned not to let expectations of others derail you or hold you back, haven't you? Well, there's 8 here, which incidentally, numerologically, is also about balance, it's about power, and it's about decision. You'll be able to make a decision on things because this is a time when you will have high self-confidence, productivity, and I see progress with a project or endeavor, in a feeling of learning new stuff here, expanding and mastering a skill. Could be a job offer coming in, but definitely reward for your work and the efforts they're starting to flow to you. And the realization that you are the creator of your life becomes truth. And then we will go finally to this central card, which is, what's it called? Structures for the Journey. Well, the 6 of Swords, structures for the journey. Yeah, again, thanks a million. Now, let's see what there is here in the painting which might assist us in this way. It's number 6 here. Yeah, the 6-sided hexagon is what it's called. That's a geometric shape that has 6 sides. Well, it's that shape is the main shape that is found in the building blocks of nature. The chemical structure of wood, for example, is hexagonal. And the cells in your body, they have a hexagonal boundary to them. So that 6-sided thing is representative of life-supporting structures. Now further, I think that the elements of journey, because it's talking about structures for the journey, they can be seen here because the journey is represented by that figure following a winding path, and structure, again, by these snowflakes that are there, each of which has its own tangible form. You see, water, as you know, is formless and represents the flow of life. And snow and ice, which are the solid form of water, they have that hexagonal structure, which lets you stand on them or make things out of them. Now, if we look at the astrology of this, what I'm getting at with the other cards around it is Mercury ruling the 2nd decan of Aquarius. That's the 30th of January to the 9th of February, of course. Well, that air planet of Mercury, well, it finds itself in the fixed sign of air, which is Aquarius. Now, this highlights, I think, the intellectual qualities of this card. Now, Aquarius is an air sign. It's not a water sign, which a lot of people think because it's done with like wave patterns. It is an air sign, which can be detached and intellectual by Mercury, by nature. And Mercury's ability to analyze, to think about things, the great intellect that it has, allows you to obtain a clear perspective on things going forward. In fact, that astrology suggests that you should maybe adopt a somewhat detached but balanced assessment of a particular situation when it turns up. And you need to analyze something without any bias and without too much emotion in order to obtain the best result. Now, Aquarius is also the sign of innovation and originality, and there's a great degree of originality here for you at the moment. So this can also represent, with Mercury, communicating ideas in a new, even in an unconventional way, but in a way that gets things across. You will have a great ability to analyze things, to unify ideas. You'll have an all-encompassing vision and an all-embracing understanding and a sense of objectivity. So I think that there is an intellectual clarity coming through here. And this is a result of you contemplating the difficult experiences that you've had in the past, because you have grown through some tough times, haven't you? But now you're starting to get a handle on life and you can make intelligent decisions that are going to benefit yourself. There's a greater awareness to your thinking and actions at the moment. Now, this could also mean that there's a situation about it that you haven't actually been able to come to grips with, but it's starting to get better. You're thinking out a better approach. Mercury is coming in and doing its job. So I think that you possess the ability to perceive, to understand on different levels and from different points of view, different perspectives. Your understanding of things is going to unite many different aspects in you. Where are and what are the ruts in your life? Well, trust your insight and to communicate in a way others will understand, and allow the rose within you to unfold and say to yourself, the rose of recognition blossoms in my heart. Well, what a fantastic spread of cards for you. Well done, you. I really enjoy doing your readings for you each month, honestly, truly I do. I love, look at that was a great reading, I thought, for you. I think there's some great things in store for you this month. And don't you deserve it? Really you do. And now look, unless I see you privately during the course of the month over the next few weeks, then I'll see you again next month. Now, until I see you, remember one thing and one thing only, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.